1. Your ex initiates contact. And if it's not tied to logistics, for example children, pets, living arrangements, work, or shared possessions, and it's not indirect tagging like social media comments and liking your profile pictures, then it's a sign they'll come back. Especially if it's their reach out or check up is clearly about you as a person. 2. Your ex contacts you regularly. When you respond quickly and enthusiastically, if your ex is consistently reaching out to you, responding promptly, and showing enthusiasm in their communication, it can be seen as a positive sign that they may eventually come back. However, approach the situation with caution and don't jump to conclusions too quickly. This sign can mean different things to different people, and there's always context to remember. For instance, if you're talking about a shared work project and your ex responds quickly, it's likely not a sign of interest. Yet, if they respond quickly while you're talking about what you've done over the weekend, it probably is. 3. Your ex is curious about you. For example, they keep asking how you're doing, whether or not you're still hurting, how your studies are going, how your career is unfolding, or how your dating life is turning out. The more questions they ask, and the more personal and inquisitive they are, the more they're probably interested in coming back. 4. Your ex keeps contacting you even though you've told them to stop. This is good, it raises the odds of your ex returning. But on the other hand, it can be downright disastrous. For you can't build a stable and healthy relationship on a bedrock of anxiety and desperation. 5. Your ex reaches out on special occasions or holidays. Birthdays, anniversaries, Christmases, Easters, and Thanksgivings are the most common culprits here. However, if your breakup happened a long time ago, this probably isn't a sign your ex will come back but a mere gesture of kindness. 6. Your ex keeps creating excuses to talk to you. When your ex calls AMD, say, "I just want to know how your family is doing. How are the apartment renovations coming along, and how's your dad's broken foot?" If it's not obvious already, your ex couldn't care less about these things. Chances are, they're just using them as excuses to get in touch with you because they miss you and are too scared or embarrassed to be upfront about it. 7. Your ex apologizes for what went wrong. That is, they own their mistakes and admit them. For instance, they say, "I'm sorry I acted so controlling when we were together. I know I have a problem. I'm getting help tomorrow." Or they say, "You know, I really did neglect your needs when we were together. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you." 8. Your ex prolongs your conversations. Meaning, whenever you'd like to end a conversation, they come up with more questions to keep you from getting away. If you notice your ex is prolonging conversations that should have ended 5 to 10 exchanges ago, it's probably a sign they'll come back. 9. Your ex brings up past hurts. For example, they tell you, "When you spent the entire week working, only coming home to sleep, it made me feel really inferior." Or, "I got really upset when you pulled out your phone whenever we ate together. It felt like I wasn't interesting anymore." Statements like that indicate that your ex still cares, so always interpret them as an indicator they still foster feelings for you. 10. Your ex brings up old memories in good light. Like, "I remember when we took that spontaneous road trip and explored new places together. I remember when we had that amazing picnic in the park and laughed so hard we couldn't stop. I remember when we went to that music festival and danced our hearts out all night." Remembering the good times. 11. Your ex places themselves into your orbit. Sometimes they'll purposefully go places where you'll be at. So if you keep seeing them wherever you go, it may be because they're deliberately placing themselves there to make it easy for you to strike up a conversation and re-attract them. 12. Your ex makes non-accidental eye contact. Humans are wired to make eye contact with whatever they find interesting and are curious about. So if your ex keeps looking at you when you're close, or if they stare at you while you talk, they're probably still interested. 13. Your ex displays positive body language. For instance, whenever you're around, they check you out, face toward you, smile a lot when interacting, and laugh too much when you're telling them funny or corny jokes that you know aren't funny. 14. Your ex is standing close to you while you're talking to them. If they're standing slightly within your bubble of personal space, you could consider it a sign they want you and might come back. Although this one does differ from person to person, so it's not always accurate. Some people just like to stand closer than usual to others. Always take your ex's nature into consideration. 15. Your ex approaches you. This goes without saying, although a lot of people are oblivious to it. If you're going about your day and suddenly your ex approaches you and wants to hang out and spend time with you, and they're not interested in logistics or need something from you, it's a surefire sign they'll come back. To be clear, just because your ex displays them, doesn't necessarily mean they actually will get back together with you. Think of them more as signals of high interest and not necessarily guarantees for reconciliation.